Hey there, it's Dr. Tom with EBM Fitness Solutions, and we're going to look at some seated lumbar deloading. So the idea here is from any seated surface, you can move yourself into a position to take some stress off your low back. So if you sit a lot at work, this is a great tool that you can use where maybe you can't use one of the other deloading variations, the one where you're laying down or you're standing. This is a great way to take some pressure off the back in between bouts of actually getting up and moving around, which is one of the best things to do for the low back if you sit a lot, is just get up and move around. But if you can't and you're stuck somewhere, you can throw in this seated deload. The idea is if you're normally sitting back on a surface like this, which most people do, which is fine, for the deload, you want to scoot your butt forward towards the edge of whatever you're sitting on. And all you're going to do is you're going to place your hands on the surface you're sitting on. You're going to lean forward a little bit, and you're just going to push up with your arms. And then you're going to relax. So again, not a lot of movement is occurring here, and that's okay. And you may not feel a lot of it in the low back compared to if you've done the other deloading variations where you're laying on your back or the standing ones. You'll feel a lot more in the low back than you may with this one. It doesn't mean it's not working. So again, you want to just press up, and it's just going to unload the spine a little bit. It's going to take some pressure off, and you're slowly, don't just release it. Do it slowly. Kind of push up a little bit, but I'm not pushing up with my legs. I'm doing it with my arms. I'm leaning forward a little bit, and my butt's not really coming off the seat at all. That's not the point of this movement. It's just to move you into a different position, take a little bit of stress off the low back as a means to kind of get you to the next break, your next interval where you can get up and walk around or go do something else to get out of that seated position. Prolonged static positions, whether there's sitting or standing, are not great for the back. So anything you can do to mix in a little bit of movement here or there is a good idea. Keep the deloads brief, 5 to 8 second holds, and again, make sure you ramp up to the deload and then ramp back down. Don't have any quick, sudden changes. Everything is done in kind of a ramping, slow and deliberate manner.